Hey guys, hey everybody, hey everyone. I don't know why it looks so dark. Hey guys, hey everyone. Hello. Hey everyone, welcome in. Welcome in. Dr. Hazan did my BBL. Thank you. I thought this had pockets. Thank you. Thank you. Hey Closet. How are you? Let me put this tag at the bottom. And then we're gonna jump right into it. Okay. Hey guys, I know it's in the middle of the day. I know a lot of you guys probably are at work, but I'm gonna be saving the live. Hey William Diva, hi, how are you? Hey Miss Jamaica 24, sorry, Wagwan. Thank you. So this will be a part of the collection that we have been talking about, which is the Christina Janelle. I wanted to show you guys like a sneak peek of what we have coming up. You probably had received an email this morning or today telling you that we're launching soon, which I wanted to basically come on and explain how this clothing is going to be so much of a blessing to every single person who have done their BBLs. So for me, again, guys, I tell you, like, I'm always going to be the lab rat first and all of that stuff. One of the biggest things that I found when I was looking for clothing was that these pants, my thigh couldn't fit it for nothing. And then if my thigh fit, the waist or the butt will not fit for nothing, right? Or if I would buy it where it has hella stretch, it would be hella thin. So for me, when it came on to designing this clothing company, for me, it had to be quality fabric that we could wear Faja beneath. Still stylish and different. I love an asymmetrical cut. I love when things look completely different. I like when things can go with either a sandal or it can be dressed up with heels. So when it came on to designing this clothing line, it was a no-brainer. The top that I have on is big. I need to get it a few inches in, but I'm basically going to show you how the back looks with it on. And as you guys can see, I do have on my faja and all. But for me, I wanted something that was going to make our butt look like literally two nice, juicy apple. But I still wanted to be tasteful. Still wanted to be tasteful 100%. And this is the waistline on it. And again, guys, I'm in a full faja down to my knee. So when it came on to choosing the fabric, it had to be something that was forgiving. The stretch on it, as thick as the fabric does look, it does have, quite a bit of stretch in it. However, it's more of, so say, you lose probably a few pounds or gain probably a few pounds. We definitely want you to be able to still fit in the clothing. And as I said, for me, I don't like uniform. I like when my clothing look like, say, yeah, like when I step in, I don't only want my body to basically like shift the room, but also my clothing or my style, because that's what people see with you. The biggest thing I've realized is that after you get surgery, most of the clothing just make it look like, like not everybody who gets surgery done is actually about a certain kind of life, if you get what I'm saying, Some people still want to be conservative, or some people want to be conservative sometime and want to be, like raunchy the other time. But what I find that when it comes down to our body type, every single thing, they want it to be raunchy. And for me, that is not me. So I am like, okay, I definitely need something more. So hence, this is more. So again, we'll be sending out the more emails letting you know when we're launching. So the thing that I pinned below, that's basically our Instagram page. Go over and follow it, and then sign up to our newsletter on the Christina Janelle website. So once we launch, you'll be the first to get dibs Again, I'm not into no uniform business, so what I'm doing is selective piece. Every single thing was designed by me, and every single thing is handmade in my factory. Not no China foolishness. Like, no. Again, the same thing. What made the faja so successful is the same exact thing that I'm putting into the clothing. And then again, it started with just making something for me. We are going to be doing different sets, even like fabric like satin that normally doesn't stretch. So if we buy, say, a medium, in order to accommodate our body type in certain brands, it just doesn't fit. It might have fit the waist, but the hip is not going to fit because it has zero stretch in it. And a lot of these satin outfits, they're really beautiful and all. So I basically went in and started my own satin, where the waist, of course, is going to be smaller and the hips is going to be wider, more accommodating and all. So I'm going to take this off so you guys can see what kind of faja I have on. You always look good. Thanks, boo. So this is my waist eraser faja. So this is what I tell people. You have to learn how to improvise, okay? Because if I only had on one faja, or I only have one faja and stuff like that, and say like I'm traveling where I don't even travel with that much faja, but I might want to wear like a one shoulder blazer or a one shoulder top. But faja is life, especially on vacation when you want to look hella snatch. I literally rolled up one sleeve and then I unbuttoned my top all the way down. So this would normally be how the faja would work. So this would normally be the faja, as you see. But what I basically did is anytime I'm in like a low cut top, I would just bend it down and turn here to turn it into a V. And then I'll turn here like that. And then I'll be able to put on whatever top that I want to, you know, put on. So, can open it some more. And you can bend it to however far you want to. 6 week post, can I go into the waist eraser faja? Of course. 100%. And I have on the waist eraser faja right now, and as you guys know, this is like one of my favorite fajas. And but whether you are getting surgery or not getting surgery, let me make sure the panty parts are good, you can. And then look on this too. Normally, for example, look how small the waist on this pants is and stuff like that. But then when it's supposed to go over my hips, slides off easily over my hip because it has just the right amount of stretch in it. So again, this is the waist eraser faja. I did lose a few pounds, so now I can actually go all the way over on this side and all. So I tell people, like, with whether you're getting surgery done, yes or no, of course you could wear the waist eraser faja. If you're getting surgery done, wait at least 3 weeks to 4 weeks before you go into the waist eraser faja. Mainly because you're probably not used to that kind of compression, because the waist trainer is going to give you even a more, you know, exaggerated result. And then I'm going to turn the back so you guys can see. So this is the back of the waist eraser faja. And all of this was beneath that blue pants. Like, all of this was beneath it. Like, nobody is going to know. Best believe that. Nobody is going to know. So I get a lot of questions in regards to my surgery information and all. And I tell people, like, hey, you know, I do have an Instagram that I normally post religiously about my surgery, you know, before I started before I started Curvy Girls, or no, Christina Janelle. However, we are working on a value section on our website, which I will basically be sharing my tips and tricks and how I did my things, because I get it, like, not everybody would probably know about my YouTube channel. I 100% agree with that, or know about my journey. So I tell people, like, hey, you know, I don't recommend doctors. You can order. The link is in the bio to order. Thank you, boo. I tell people, like, I don't recommend doctors. I honestly don't recommend anything. However, I will tell you what I did. Because, for example, I've only got my butt done once. Only had a BBL one time. Liposuction twice. But a BBL only once. I get it, a lot of people don't know how to retain that volume and all of that stuff, or there's so many myths and so many different things out there. And I would say, apart from like the headache and apart from like I was super nauseous after surgery, and the stiffness, surgery was recovery was a breeze, and the itching sucked. So, and I retained. For 3 whole months, I did not sit, and I know a lot of you guys might want to know, okay, how the hell did you do it? Especially seeing that my BBL was, next month makes 6 years since I've done my BBL. And as you guys can see, I still retain everything. It's super jiggly, super soft. So if you guys want to know that, I literally I have it on the paper. Me and my team, we are working on that information right now, because I totally see a lot of misinformation. The biggest one is feed the fat. That is the biggest misinformation I have ever heard, seen. I can't but understand, because my thing is, if we are feeding the fat, why did we have to do a BBL? We could have just done lipo and fed the fat. Remember, we don't gain fat or gain weight one place. You gain it every single where. So as you realize, a lot of people, the moment they start gaining weight, their face start getting round. It's like for me, when I start gaining weight, my face get round immediately. Within less than 5 pounds, I have a round face. So we have to look on that, and then not only that, people think that, okay, if you get liposuction done, you're never ever gonna get back your stomach. That's another myth. I should do a webinar or something like that talking about stuff like that. But alright, I'll put it on my list, because listening to myself people talk about this stuff, and I know that I used to talk about it like years ago and they're still doing it now, guys. Like, no. That's not how you get your body. Because if you're feeding your ass, you're feeding your stomach, you're feeding your neck, you're feeding your ankle, you're feeding your boobs, you're feeding your arms. Everything is getting fed. And a lot of people, again, if that is the case, why did we move the fat to our butt? And not only that, a lot of food that you're eating that might have fat in it is going to literally make your swelling worse. Like, for example, like anything that's salty, anything that is greasy, it is going to make your swelling worse. So that's why sometimes you might take off your faja and it feels like your skin is tearing. Especially into that 2 months and a 2 week section around there, when you're like, okay, within 3 months I'll be fully healed. But you kind of realize that if you come out to your fajas way too long, you kind of realize that, yo, my skin feel like it's swelling. Or sometimes you might even like lift up your shirt and you could literally see like whales, or the swelling literally just there. So we have to be very careful with that, guys. And again, it's like, I've been through it, and to be honest, it's like, it's not as complicated to get the results that you want and to retain the results that you want. Because again, I swear to God, I only had my ass done once. I know there's like so many thing out there with that stuff. Listen, one time my butt was touched and it's Dr. Hazan. The reason why I'm still here after 6 years is discipline. And I didn't listen to everything that my doctor said. That's the next thing. Doctors tell you can sit within 2 weeks to a month and stuff like that. I didn't sit for 3 months. 3 months. If any volume decrease or anything happen, it's on its own self. I was not sitting for anything. I left my car at my mom's, if you have heard the story already. And anytime I had my massages, I literally went. She would literally come pick me up, and I would kneel in the back, and I would hold on to like the iron beneath like the headrest, and literally that's how I would go to my massages. 3 whole months I didn't sit for anything, because back then they didn't even have BBL pillows. It was just the boppy pillows around that time. Like, I wasn't sitting for anything. I tell people I started out with the butt in the first month. Then after that I did the butt out. My butt was super huge, because the butt out does give you more volume. It makes it look way much bigger. So I would normally put a cardigan around me in order not to, carry that much, bring that much attention or anything like that. So I have those pictures, like the pictures from my first day of surgery. I actually came out in the buttock faja and stuff because, you know, at that time I'm like, yo, I don't want nothing on my butt. I don't want to lose my volume. I wanted my 2000 cc's. So I have all of those pictures lined up for you guys, and it is going to be on my website. It's going to be on the Curvy Girls. It's going to be a value section. So I think it's going to be under, like, probably call it like Curvy Girls World or something like that. I don't know what I'm going to call it. And not only that, I know, of course, with like clothing, you know, like when it comes down to the post-op, you know, like for me, I tell people, okay, when you put on your faja, you know, for example, your stage 1, everybody is different. We have veteran girls and stuff like that who literally can come out in a waist trainer faja from day 1. Then you have some girls who definitely need a bigger faja. Because, for example, if I am doing surgery again, which most likely I am going to do surgery again, because when I have my kids, I want my belly flat. I like my belly flat. I like having a small waist. I like having a big butt. That is me. That is how I like my body. I'm not going to live in denial because misery is not nice, and I have zero intention of basically, you know, thank you, love, of basically, like, you know, messing with that. So for me, my first day out of surgery, I am coming up with a full waist eraser faja, maximum compression. Just give me my sleep meds and let me knock out in this. That is how I'm coming. It's the problem my waist will even end up being smaller, hopefully, when I have kids. But again, everybody thinks it's different. Not everybody wants a tiny waist. Not everybody wants a big ass and stuff like that, you know. But it is relative. Whatever you want, you want. And I see a lot of people judging people probably for certain things that they want, which is so stupid. Because at the ending of the day, we all have to stand in front of the mirror and you see yourself looking back on you. So it's whatever you really want. Because I've heard a lot of people, probably even before the faja, before the surgery, they say, you know what, I don't really want a big butt, but I don't want it too small. I said, be very careful with what you said to the doctor tomorrow and all of that. Because a lot of times, you might say, you know, you never want that, but then after surgery, you know, you look at yourself and say, damn, I wish I had gone bigger. And then within 3 to 4 months, look who's coming back to Miami. For me, when I was doing my surgery, yeah, I am Jamaican. For me, when I was doing my surgery, I basically said to myself, it's better to have it and not need it than to need it and not have it. So I got maximum amount of cc's, and as I said, I did not sit for anything. I was disciplined. When I really want something, I go super disciplined. Would you recommend the bottle of faja? Again, as I tell people, I carry it and I tell a story with it. For my first, I came out of surgery with my butt out faja because I had bought my own faja and I came out with it. Alright? That's how I came out. Then at the time they said, oh, you know, that faja is too tight and stuff like that. I need to buy their faja. Of course, I know they did that. Excuse me. And at the time I was out of it because the surgery was not what I expected, child. I definitely need to do a story time on my YouTube with that. And I basically went into their big 5XL faja. So when I talk, guys, I talk from experience. I don't talk from like basically just pulling stuff out of the sky. When I put that faja on, within 3 to 4 days, I started feeling a little bit better. And I would put my butt out faja over the big faja that they gave me. So probably a little bit before 2 weeks. No, I didn't wait did I wait the month? Damn, it's so long. Probably a little bit before the 4 weeks. I think I was supposed to wait the month. I told myself I was going to wait the month. But I think around 3 weeks, I came out of the butt in faja and I went into the butt out faja, which I have all the pictures and all of that stuff for it because I was documenting it. A tummy tuck a year and a half ago. I'm sure you probably still have a little bit of inflammation. And also definitely get the waist eraser faja. It will help you greatly, especially with the lower stomach compression, because the waist eraser, the latex, actually comes all the way down here to the bottom. Thank you, Faithful Tree. Somebody has something. How far are you from Seduction? From Seduction, I think I'm probably like 15 minutes away from there. Put in your GPS. Second stage, by 2 months, you should be in a third stage. And you can always go to the waist eraser as a third stage. Also, I'm not sure if you guys got an email if you are subscribed to us. So seeing that a lot of people have to do the stage 1, the stage 2, then the stage 3. I basically created bundles of basically what I did for my surgery, or the bundle packages and all of that. So if you go on the website, you'll now see our new bundle deal section where you can combine products and it will be at a less cost. So basically, like for me, as I said, with my surgery, I basically did the ab board, the back board, stage 1 and 2 Faja, and then a waist trainer. Oh, that's another thing I was supposed to talk about. For example, if you do a stage 1 Faja, guys, if you are into tiny waist, and if that is really what you want, and if you don't have it, you're not going to be happy, buy a waist eraser and put it over the Faja. I do have pictures with that also, and I really think that that helped me, because when I did my surgery, I didn't, at that time, I didn't have a company, of course. There was no waist eraser Faja or anything like that. I am just really into the tiny, tiny, tiny waist thing, and that's what I love. If you're stuck at 30 inches, love, get a waist eraser Faja, and I can guarantee you will be in the 20s. Maximum compression, take some sleep meds, sleep it off. Let it get used to your body. If you're in the 30s and you're trying to get into the 20s, it's not going to be easy. Like, that's the next thing, guys. Curvy girl shapewear is not skin. I would love it to be skin. I would love it to be the surgery, but it is not. You're going to have to break it in. Break it in. Because, for example, let me move over this to the last one. Okay, so this is me with it on the last one. As you can see, my waist went in even more. So basically, you get a waist eraser and with maximum compression. So you start off on the first one, you can keep pushing it over. Keep pushing it over. But again, I said it comes back to what results are you looking for. Because when I'm going to certain places, I might wear a different type of Faja versus when I'm going to somewhere, completely different. Like on vacation and stuff like that, definitely the maximum compression, waist eraser Faja, that is my thing. Okay. Alright, so the next thing is that, guys, I'm not going to tell you don't go with the surgeon Faja, right? But I want to ask you this. How much people really got provided the Faja by the surgeon, or you got provided the Faja by a person who sells Faja downstairs inside of the facility? Did the surgeon measure you up, go to this Faja closet and try multiple Faja on you? Did he do that? Or are they going to do that? Let me know if anybody experienced that one. We don't have anybody who fixes stuff inside of the store, but you could bring it to your seamstress or your dry cleaner and they could fix it. Alright, no, right? Your body is most moldable. Your body is most moldable right after surgery. Because even though you're super swollen, at the same exact time, your body is still soft. And this is the reason why I use the word soft and moldable. You will realize that if you have on your ab board on your skin with your Faja, even if your Faja isn't super tight, when you take that off to go shower, you will see the imprint of the ab board. Now, if the ab board or even a lipofoam can give you an imprint, imagine if I did have on a Faja for snatch you. Imagine if you had on a faja to snatch you. When I did my surgery, which was the last one with at New Life, I went in and they told me that this comes with it, this comes with it, this. Hey, just give me the surgery, full stop. I don't want anything. Because in my body, after they sew me up, is 100% my responsibility. Because I know how I am. I will literally get in my head and I will stress myself out. And one thing that I said there, listen, I personally don't believe in me stressing myself to a point where I have low self-esteem or there's something that I don't like about myself, and every day I get up, I have to see it. These people who work here, they're just people, and to me and to them, I am just a number. Because as soon as they wheel me out, there's somebody else going on that table. So when you're trying to call the following day or the following month, you know what I'm going to say to you? Oh, wait until 3 months. Within 3 months' time, you will see the result. It's not workout. I didn't come workout. It wasn't a gym that I went to. If I can't see my result the same day, I need to go elsewhere. Because especially when you see that there are girls who see their results the same day. I saw my result the same day. So that's basically what I'm saying. What the point I was making with that whole faja thing. And again, I'm not telling you, oh, come buy my stage 1 faja, come do this. Nope. You will never, ever, ever see me or hear me doing that stuff. The world is big for all of us. Everybody can buy from me. I don't have hand. I don't have machines and stuff like that can give the entire world. Not even Amazon can send to the entire world. Like, we still have Walmart, we still have these places and stuff like that. But you have to keep in mind, if when you're going to do your surgery the day before, they're going to tell you to go to this place downstairs. And then just say, oh, you're getting surgery? Okay. And they just hand you a faja. How them know your measurement? Did they tell you to even check how the faja fit on you? I have seen doctors perform liposuction on clients' arms and give them a free faja without arms on it. Perform lipo on the arms and put on a faja on them that has 0 arms on it. Don't have any sleeve. And then what they do, instead of just buying or making products for your clients that is getting the arm lipo done, they rather to use that thing. In Jamaica, we would normally, like, if your foot is paining or aching, you put icy hot on it or Bengay and then you wrap it up. That's what they're literally putting on the arm. Now, when they wrap it, you're going to have a piece of skin leave out here, so. You're going to have a piece of skin leave out here, so. You're going to have a piece of skin leave out here, so. And a piece of meat, which means that the arm isn't getting fully compressed evenly. Now, what happened now is that in here say your arm maga, and then up here say your arm thick, and then down here say your arm thick. And then when you call back the doctor say, within 3 months, you will see the full results. And if you're really, really down on him, really down on him, you know what I'm going to say? You know what? As a complimentary, we will do a revision. But you're going to have to pay for the anesthesia and the bed. Probably around $2,500 of the surgery. No, if I didn't mash it up the first time, I'm going to give you the opportunity to mash it up again. Not only am I going to give you the opportunity, I might not live in that state. So then I am literally now going to leave my job, leave my family, leave my comfort zone, go over the trials of surgery. And I'm going to go back through it again. This sounds like a domino effect. But that's the reason why I come back to take your recovery into your own hands. Again, take your recovery into your own hands. Because them people here, them don't care about you. And in a means, I'm going to say, oh guys, I care. No, it's that I understand. I have never had to do a revision. No 2 doctors see me one time. None. Because as I said, Dr. Hassan was good. But as I say, the facility sucked. I don't like stress. I don't like problem. So that's the reason why I went to the other place. No, when I went to the other place, I realized that they're no better with that. So I said, listen, just give me the surgery and that is it. They're like, oh, but you need to wear a faja. Give me the surgery and that is it. Just give me a little bit of anesthesia. Just give me a bed to lay upon and let him just suck out my fat. That's it. That is literally it. I tell you guys the whole wish pictures thing, don't waste your time. You're going to be disappointed. It's better to set your expectation here, so, and the doctor come up here, so. But if you set your expectation here, so, and the doctor come here, so, it's a problem. You can be so stressed out that you fall into depression. And I don't know if people don't talk about it. But listen, when you wake up and you look like the refrigerator, when you wake up and you look at the refrigerator, it's problem. And a 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 person and a 10 person literally burst out a crying. And you have to understand also that these doctors are doing so much surgeries nowadays. So much surgery nowadays. So take your thing in your own hand. In Jamaica, we have a thing, nothing free, not good. Which means that if it is free, it is not good. Because if it is good, then wouldn't make it free. And I get it, you're going to say, oh, but they're working it out into their thing. But what precaution, what are they making? Like, a faja is extremely important after surgery. Extremely important. So if them can just take it off a shelf and hand it to you, they didn't measure you up. Probably didn't even ask you exactly what surgery you're having. And then they ask you what kind of surgery you're having and stuff like that. That is fine. But at the same time, it's like, okay, what if you never go for a big butt? What if you went for a big butt? You know, like, because some people might go and say, okay, I just want this amount of CC. They're not asking you these questions. This is not a question. There's like not a consultation, if anything. There is not that. You know, so that's something you have to really think about. So your first faja, as much as it might sound like it is not important, remember you are most moldable right after surgery. I showed you guys when I did my liposuction, and that was like what, 3 years ago, and I showed you guys how my body looked 1 day after surgery. 1 day after surgery. And again, I told you guys I've never gone to a post-op massage place. I've gone to Massage Envy. And I tell you, if you know Massage Envy, you know they're not going to massage you when you are leaking. And within the second to probably third day, I don't remember the exact day, but between that, I was already getting my massage. I'm leaked out. Leaked out. You don't want to get that fluid trapped in your body. People say, oh, you know, it's seroma and fibrosis, that is the norm, and stuff like that. My belly is smooth. And I know some people might be like, okay, you know, you have to wait to wear the waist trainer at least 6 months. I went into my waist trainer when I did my liposuction the same day of surgery. The same day I put, not a waist trainer for her, guys. I had on my St. Azar, and then I put a waist trainer over it. That is literally how I pressured my waist, because again, I know that I'm most moldable. Now again, it's not everybody want a little tiny waist and all of that stuff. 100% understand, and that is 100% fine, but I can only tell you what I did. A lot of times, a lot of people who are selling these products, they've not gotten surgery done, they're not getting surgery done, so there's just seller things. And then what happens is that a lot of people, they feed on your, when you're vulnerable, they feed on it. They tell you all kind of stuff and all of that stuff basically to just make the sale, but they don't really know what them sell you. Like for me, if you ever spoken to me, especially like back then when I would normally take orders in the DM or stuff like that, and I would normally use PayPal, I would be like, what kind of snatch you want? You want to be able to breathe, or you just want to be able to just be normal? You understand? Because again, that's the reason why we have now on the website what kind of snatch you want. So not everybody might want that, but imagine wanting that and you're telling somebody that you want that, and then when you look on your body isn't what you want it to be. Like, I am not going to play no idiot. I'm not going to live in any denial. You look good for yourself, and you looking at your mirror, and you look at yourself. You go say to yourself, say, listen. You go say to yourself, say, yes. If you looking at the mirror and you don't like what you see, you are avoiding that mirror. No, avoiding mirrors is not healthy. It is not healthy for you because guess what? You're going to always know. No, you're going to start feeling insecure. And then I realize a lot of times when people feel insecure, they project that insecurity on other people, which is double not healthy. So when you're getting up to do your surgery, it's a lot of things that happen. It's a lot. But make sure that what you went in for, you're coming out with it. No, nobody is going to help you come out with it as much as you can help yourself. Again, I always said it from YouTube days, the doctor did 50% of the work. I don't believe that a doctor do 100% of the work. I believe the doctor does 50% of the work. You have to carry yourself. Because, for example, in the pandemic, right? Some people, or probably somebody here can, if this happened to you, let me know. How much pound did they gain in the first month with pandemic? How much pounds more did you gain in the second month? How many, by the third month, how many pounds up were you? Because I can tell you straight up, I was 20 pounds up. 20 pounds up, that's where I was. No, if a doctor do a surgery on you, and the doctor tell you, say, within 3 months, you will see the result. Within 3 months, you can gain 20, 30 pounds on that. So what he did, or what he gave you to start off with, it's a wrap. It's not going to look like how either you probably could have thought it would look. It would look. Some doctors are even saying, oh, don't wear any faja until the first month or the first 2 weeks, or only wear faja for 2 weeks or a month. I don't know how you guys feel when it's swollen and your faja might be in the wash, but I know that I didn't feel good. I don't know how you guys felt when you were showering without your faja and you just can't wait to just rinse off real quick because you're just dying to go back into your faja. I don't know how you guys feel, but I know I felt like my skin was tearing. No. In the perfect world, because for example, if I know of a doctor who is doing surgery and this doctor had gotten liposuction before and our result them look good, and then you have another person here so who is doing liposuction but they've never had liposuction done but their results for a client look good, I am most likely to go with the one who have gotten the surgery done already. Because there's a lot of things you can learn in school and learn in book, but when certain things changes and stuff like that, or certain things, you know, trial and error happen and it can actually work, 9 out of 10 they're not going to know that. 9 out of 10 they're not going to know that. So for me, of course, in the perfect world, if I could have found a doctor who have had the surgery done and stuff like that, it would be way much better when I'm ready to do more surgery and all of that. But we just don't have it right now. Which even make it more like, hey guys, you have to really protect yourself. The world of people who don't believe in plastic surgery, the moment they see us with our body, the first thing they're going to say is like, oh, they have low self-esteem. And that is the reason why they do surgery, right? There's a stigma towards it. Even though most persons do them body, when we look on what they sell us in the media, it's basically like, you know, perfection. Not that I aim for that, I'm not perfect. But that's what they sell us. So if you basically know, go in to fix one thing, and you come out with 2 broken, you're going to have to go back to fix that 2 broken one, you might come out with 4 more broken. And then every time you're going in to fix stuff, it's literally tearing away at your confidence. It is. It's going to do it. Because now you don't start off with 1 problem, now you have 10. We're all humans. So now what happens now is that people are going to say, oh, haha, see, I told you have low self-esteem, da 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 da. And the doctors, some of the doctors come like they don't think about that. You don't want a client to come fix one thing twice or 3 times. Because it is going to take a mental toll on them. No matter how strong you are and all of that stuff. When it comes down to stuff that is changing and all that stuff that you're not used to or anything like that, or you have a certain expectation, you're going to be hurt. That's like some doctor, you say, oh, this is what I want to look like. He's like, yeah. I actually did her surgery. No, you didn't. No, you did not do that person's surgery. You know how much client tell me that? Some of these doctors I don't even know. But then just tell you stuff instead of actually putting time and energy into them work to give the client, listen, these are people's life. It's not like a faja that you just put on your body. If you work, you work. If you don't work, you don't work. This is people's life. And when you wake up from surgery and stuff like that, you have to you drink your pineapple juice and stuff, and you feel the burn or the scratch or the soreness in your throat and stuff like that. Those stuff can literally scar you. Literally, it can really scar you mentally. So they know that you just basically just throw somebody on the table, just do one like something here, so da 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 da. And then them get up, not happy with you, like, oh, it's fine, just come back again. Like, you're dealing with humans, are you kidding me? If that is the case, take less people so that we can really focus on people. Really focus on people, because obviously this is people's life you're dealing with and stuff like that. Especially when everybody know that there's a stigma out there when it comes on to girls or anybody who does surgery and all. So why you would have basically want to screw the people them up or not take enough pains and stuff like that in giving them what they really want? I couldn't imagine, like, honestly, I don't think I personally could be a surgeon. Me, I could probably run a surgery clinic, but I just couldn't be a surgeon and stuff. Well, I could be a surgeon, but I'll probably just do 1 or 2 people a day, because to me, it would be like a work of art. Because again, I don't want somebody to just be happy with them body, you know, probably a 1 day and then after that. Because a lot of these doctors, to them, love take picture in a faja. They love take client picture and post them when they're in the faja. No, make them take out the faja. And stop, lift up the table. Stop, let them lay on them stomach and lift the stomach of the table so them butt cock up. We can see the thing there, so we can see the arch. It is not flat. Like, full time. If you're going to post somebody who has gotten surgery done and they're doing a second round, post, tell the people them, say, this is a second round. Because somebody who might not have no butt might see this, book you, excuse me, come out and have barely enough ass. They're going to be unhappy. And then again, it's not even about the unhappy thing. It's like a lot of people, family was already telling them, oh, why do you want to do this? Why do you want to do that? You know, that's not going to happen. That's not going to happen. Imagine flying back home now, feeling so even more insecure in your body than before, because your family already doubted it. So now you can't even go literally like lick them chip. You can't even hurt them feelings, because you'll be like, damn, you know, you probably was right, you know. I remember I had a client one time and she told me that she went to this doctor and the doctor wanted to do her hips. She told the doctor that she didn't want her hips to be done. The doctor said, oh, no, mommy, you know, I do hips for you. I do hips for you. No, this girl hip was normal, you know? Normal. And I think she was a flight attendant. Normal. The doctor literally, this hip round so, this hip literally pushing so. Well, I can't push in mine because I have a leap of hip. Like, literally dent her hip. So now, you never have no hip problem, you know? You probably always enjoyed putting on a nice bodycon dress because you know, see, you're smooth out. No, you're self-conscious as hell to put on a bodycon. Which means if you put on a bodycon, you're either going 1, tie a cardigan around it. 2, have on a blazer, like the boyfriend blazer to cover it up. Or 3, even when you're trying to get intimate and stuff like that, you're not going to feel as confident as before. It's people life we are playing with. People life. Like, if I feel and know, if I look at myself and me see me look exactly how I want to look. Listen, when I am walking out of here and stuff like that, y'all can't tell me nothing. I have no ears. I literally feel like I can get up and literally like do whatever I want to do or whatever. I feel confident. That's how women are supposed to feel. Women are like flowers, you know, we're delicate, we're beautiful, soft, stuff like that. But I don't think them think about that when you lay on the table. Looking at it now, I really don't think they look on that. Which is like so sad because, again, this emotional thing after surgery, I'm probably going to do a webinar talking about that. Because I don't see a lot of people talk about it. I hear feed the fat every day. Every day I hear feed the fat. But I don't really hear about, what you call it, about the depression part of it. Which is crazy. Even like, you know, like, I'm getting another one another day. Chris, please come out with a swimsuit line. Listen, honey, let me show you something. My Christmas tree is still up, right? And I have been working every single day. Every single day. I know I can't ever take down my Christmas tree, too busy. So, of course, the swimsuit line soon come, but I am busy. But, yeah. So, that's some of the stuff and all. Did you get more men attention? Did you get more men attention after BBL? Oh, of course! Of course. But again, damn. You know what? I think I'm going to do a free webinar and you guys send in the questions. But I'm going to do it like a podcast. Instead of a webinar, I'm going to do it like a podcast. And where you guys can actually comment on it, and it's going to be a private podcast. Yes, you're definitely going to get a lot of men going after you. But what you need to basically remember is that there is men, but then there is men of substance. That's what you have to remember. So if you never used to attention before, don't be blindsided. Alright? Because of course, the Rolls Royces are going to be pulling over. You know, the Lamborghinis are going to be pulling over, especially if you're in Miami or in any big city. You know, all of that's going to be pulled over. But you need to remember that they're just trying to see your ass in a back, you know, a doggy style position. You know, you're going to have to learn how to keep yourself humble. Like, you know you're the ish still, you know. You know you're the ish. But you're going to have to keep yourself humble. Because remember that when you went to do your ass, you know, you weren't the only person there at that doctor's office. Which means that it comes dime a dozen. It comes literally dime a dozen. So don't get caught up in it and stuff like that. Things that you're going to secure a bag from somebody. You can secure a bag. But understand that it is best when you secure your own bag. Because when you allow a man to feed you, you are also allowing him the privilege of starving you. Now, how many big body or big ass we see out here starving? Some of them don't even have a bedded. Some of them literally don't even have a bedded. But they're beautiful women with beautiful body. The most important thing is a beautiful mind. If you don't have a beautiful mind, you literally can rule the body or the ass. Alright? So you don't get used up because they're quick to use you up. You're going to people jump your DM like, hey, we're having a yacht party and stuff like that. I would love for you to come. If you're a girl who have never gone on a yacht, you're going to be like, oh yeah, sure, could I bring my friend? First of all, girl, hold back, wait. Can you swim? And how far can you swim from? Because what if you went and go on the boat and they tell us you're going to have to smash to get back to shore? What are you going to do? What if they tell us you're going to have to start ding-a-ling once you're on the boat and the boat leave the dock? Like, so how good can you swim before you actually decide to go on the boat? So please get ready to, like, you know, your finger probably start hurting you from blocking people. Because honestly, of course, it changes. It changes 100%, especially if your results turn up. It changes. But keep yourself humble. Remember the flat ass girl at all times. At all times. Remember the fupa. Remember the fupa. Because you have to keep yourself humble. Don't come out here and feel like, so, oh, you know, I have arrived. My followers are building up. Followers. That's why I don't have an influence. Followers. Followers don't pay a bill, sweetheart. If you have more followers than what's in your bank account, your priorities messed up. Remember the fupa. Remember the fupa. And literally, the flat ass at all times. At all times. Because sometimes you will get carried away, honestly. Honestly. Everybody wants to tell you, okay, for example, the favorite one. Oh, what are you doing this weekend? I want to fly you out. You go and look and say, boy, no man never fly me out before. And stuff like that. As I'm talking, I'm remembering when these things happen and stuff like that. But you might say, no guy has ever, you know, these guys normally want to take me to Red Lobster. But this man trying to fly me out to LA. So, you know, of course. So, no, you go to LA, you see his things and all, and they all look good and stuff like that. So, you're willing to do whatever you have to do in order to secure the bag. But remember, sweetheart, remember, when you went to the doctor, you weren't the only person there. A whole heap of body out here. A whole lot. The only thing that's going to set a difference, apart from anybody else, is your mind. That's literally it. I heard it all. You right about that. I went to Dr. Hazan. What's best recommendation for right after BBL? What do you mean? The Wi-Fi at the store. I'm gonna have to get off soon, guys. They're like blowing me up from work. But yeah, guys, how long do you wear the stage 1? Like I said, 2 weeks. I was born. Okay, I got that one. Hold on. Okay, awesome. So yeah, so which Faja? The waist to race of Faja for stage 2 and 3 is fine. Stage 1 definitely had to be Saint Azar. Doctor is Dr. Hazan and all. I'm actually gonna do a link tree so that way I can put like all of my social media and stuff like that, especially like the YouTube, because all of this information is on YouTube. Please send the doctor referral. Not referring no doctor, no sweetheart. No. Dr. Hazan did my surgery. That's that. I don't refer doctor. I don't even think he has an Instagram, thank God. Even that kind of stuff, guys, I know to each their own and everybody different. But for me, you don't tag me and put me up. Like, not even tag me or anything like that. Like, Jesus, man, let me wake up first. Let me wake up and see my results first before you show them off to the world. I remember when I was getting my veneers done, right? And as I was laying there, the anesthesia and stuff like that had one part of my lip basically still dead, right? Or sleeping, right? And he said to the doctor that the doctor should hold my mouth down. No, the assistant or whatever should hold my lip down, right? So he says, smile, smile bright and all that stuff. So I'm there like smiling and all of that and whatever. You could do the waist eraser, yeah. So I'm like smiling and stuff like that. And I'm like smiling and it's how many minutes passing. So I told him initially when he said he's going to take, I said, you're going to take pictures? He said, yes. I said, is this for like my records? He says, yes. I said, okay. No, after that, I'm there smiling, 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 smiling. Then eventually, no, he's like, I said, oh, what are you doing? No, he says, oh, they're loving it. So I'm like, what do you mean? He's like, oh, Instagram. So I'm like, no, I'm like, you're literally like on live with my teeth that I pay my money for and I haven't even seen my teeth yet. Be out here showing everybody, what if I am not happy with the teeth or stuff like that? Especially seeing that veneer basically take 2 days to do. So when it comes down to all of these guys, if you see somebody results that you like, if you can find the person and ask them what's their personal experience, or are they really happy with their results that they have, it would be better. If you can find somebody who get the surgery done and ask them questions, it would be way much better. Because not everything what you see is actually how it look. A lot of people aren't happy with their results when it comes down to their surgery. And again, it's like, it's one when you buy a shirt and you don't really like the shirt. But when you're in that body, you're in that skin 24/7, all day, every day, especially if you have to strip down in front of somebody. You cannot strip down in front of somebody and feel truly confident unless you love what you see. And then a lot of times, a lot of women even end up in this low self-esteem, and not even low self-esteem, insecurity, where they say, if I don't even like how my body look, how can he like how my body look? You know? And then when this person do all kind of crazy stuff that is hurtful or disrespectful to you as a woman, you kind of, some people stay because it's about who else is going to be okay with my body like this. And, you know, like I know people who probably have done their boobs and their nipple, you know, probably fall off and stuff like that. So they might not feel comfortable showing a new guy their boobs. But they have the tattoo thing now, the 3D tattoo thing will look natural as hell. You know, like, you probably got a little botched in surgery and stuff like that. Excuse me. You might not be financially able to basically do the revision, especially if you don't want the same doctor to do a revision and all of that stuff. So people, like, I'm just telling you, man, not being sure of yourself or not being happy and content with yourself 100% is just not healthy. Like, it's just, I'm not saying that, for example, I'm searching for perfection. But if the little things, for example, they're fixed, I am good. For example, I tell you guys I have keloid skin. This is one of them. I haven't gotten this injected. And beneath my butt and stuff like that, so they will grow. And I got them cut last year and basically got cortisone shot. So this one is completely gone. And then this one is keloiding again. I got the cortisone injections in them. And then I have a big one in my back right here, literally growing. So instead of saying, okay, I'm never ever going to wear backless shirt again, or basically saying like, oh, you know, I am not comfortable with my body or something like that. No, you find a doctor to cut it again, and this time you try a different approach, which I'm basically going to do radiation now. I heard that it's like a 90.6% chances of it not coming back, and that's the best way to get rid of it. So I'm going to try that one. If my back, I could get it lipo out the real way, like literally be flat, I will definitely do it, but I just don't trust no doctors in Miami that I know of to do my lipo on my back. Don't trust none of them. That's me. I need somebody who going to really sit down with me and tell me from A to Z what is happening in my back. I have no problem to pay extra money and stuff like that, right? But for me, I'm just not signing up with a patient care person to basically tell me, yeah, he could do it, and then doctor see me and doctor say, well, we can do some form of improvement, but not that much. I ain't got the time for that. I'd rather just wait. It don't bother me right now, but I know that in the future, that is something I'm definitely going to do. All right, how long have I been on here? 55 minutes. So I'm leaving in 4 minutes. So you guys can ask a few more questions, and then I'm bouncing. My assistant has me scheduled out to do a live every single day. But how it works is that if we get super busy, I won't be able to do a live. But if I'm not super busy, I can actually do a live. The bra is up to you. I personally haven't had my boobs done, but I love a faja with bra because, again, as I said, with my back does have some back fat on it. So when I put on a bra, the bra will like, you know, split the fat, and then the fat is in over here in the side, and then the fat kind of over here. So I rather just get my faja with full back and bra, so I don't have to wear a bra to basically go through that. That's another thing too. After surgery, some of these doctors are saying, yeah, you can go ahead and wear underwear. Guys, personally, don't put on any underwear. The underwear going tight and stuff like that. You're wearing it every day, all day. Then when you look, you have full imprints in your waistline. Go without underwear. You will not die. Trust me. You're not gonna dead. When you're on your monthly, put a tampon in. If you only wear pads and stuff like that, like I think they're doing that cup thing now too, right? But again, like if you can prevent that for here, so because the panty lines them thick, and then people swell over the top of their panty line. I've seen that happen a lot, especially if it's not a thong and it's the big side panty them. Be very careful with that also, because if you do that for 3 months straight, it can actually stay there permanently. Do you have your stomach done, right? Oh, not a tummy tuck. Let me see if I can probably. I don't want them to flag my thingy. So I want to show you guys how my stomach looks. Alright, let's tie up here, sure. And then not only that, the next thing I wish I had asked, so no, for people getting surgery, no, I think this would be great for you guys. I wish I had asked these doctors, where you plan to put all of these incisions? How many of these incisions do you plan on putting up here? Because, for example, I have one here and I have one here. My thing is, sir, my boobs, they're all the way here, so you could have put it like closer where it doesn't show as much, like right here's upon my belly, sir. You could even like right here, so that's why I said I wish I had asked this question, but I did not know to ask them. Hold on. Listen, I don't wear no formal underwear, so this is extremely hard. Let me put on my pants and probably the shirt. Or I could do it next time. Dr. Hassan, okay, what do you use for the incision to go away? Girl, my guess is as good as yours, because what I would do the next time is, alright, so for example, once I do the keloid cutting and then the radiation, I am going to, if that works, when I do another surgery, I will literally do the radiation again, because I heard that with the radiation, you have to do it literally like the following day. So as soon as I finish my surgery, I would go to the radiation the following day if it works. So that's what I would do to basically get rid of it. I didn't know any of that stuff and all of that. Now that I'm not surgical, no. But when I was, yes. Hold on, guys. Let me just get probably like a shirt. Alright, I hope we don't have a lot of moves going on here. But anyways, guys. So for example, as I said, this is it. And I actually have my curves and stuff. I think that is too revealing. Hold on, guys. Let me put on the top. Oh, here's a good dress. Too much boob is that one. So yeah. So this is basically how it look. As I told you, like this is basically abs. Never get them for print. I have my curve in the side and all of that stuff. And I think this definitely happened from the waist eraser or from waist training and all of that. This I had pierced my navel in high school. So this is a keloid right here. And all, because the keloid, as I said, I got injected. So on this side, see, let me show you my keloid. This one is gone, but this one I just got injected, and it's still, you know, there. Which other one? The one that they put right at the top of your thingy here. So, I don't know if you can show. It gone completely. The one beneath here on my bottom that I told you that I cut is completely gone. I'm probably gonna do a live when they're actually cutting the one in my back. Which other one? Let me see. Okay, so one more here with the lipo, it gone. So I realized that I don't keloid everywhere because I do have a piercing and I do have tattoos, so I don't keloid everywhere. But as I said, my stomach is still bored flat and all of that stuff. But you see that even though I do have a small waist, the faja does make it even smaller. Because I know a lot of people say, oh, they've never seen me without a faja and stuff like that. So it still actually does it and all. I don't know if I really have the cut. Hold on, let me see. This is another scar. This is another one. No, I didn't get faja burn or anything like that. But yeah, and I know some people might be like, okay, you know, but that's a lot of scar. For me, I personally don't mind scarring. I might mind keloiding because keloiding prints beneath clothing and all of that. But for me, I rather have this body with scars over me or them little bullet holes here than have my regular body and no scars. Like, I don't care about it. I am a person where when I meet somebody, if I'm dating and stuff like that and they ask me about surgery, I'm 100% honest, because the same way how I basically don't want you to say, oh, I don't want to date a woman with who does surgery. I don't want to date a dude who wouldn't be fine with me doing surgery, because I know that when I conceive and I give birth, I'm climbing right back up on the table as soon as the doctor say, you could go ahead. So again, that is me. Everybody is totally different, but I don't mind my surgery scars or anything. It's just when it keloids, I have a problem. That's the only time I have a problem, and I try to change it. But them little something here, so, and if I want to, like, say for instance, say I'm going to like the pool and stuff like that, and so the one beneath my butt probably have like a little faint, you know, dark line, I just put concealer over it. You know, you can't win it all. You can't win it all. As I said to you guys, I do not go for perfection or anything like that. So yeah, when it came on to the saggy skin or thing like that, I honestly didn't have like such a huge stomach, so probably that's the reason why I don't have it, because I don't have kids or anything like that. I know some people ask if I've ever done a tummy tuck. As you can see, I don't have a line. I told you guys I kilo like crazy. I will say, because my ass is getting older, I'm not a spring chicken anymore, I will say that my stomach doesn't look as tight as before. Not even as before. I just think that, you know, I just need to work out. I don't really work out. So I think that if I was doing abs and stuff like that, that would help greatly. The next thing, when it comes on to J plasma, based on what I hear, it doesn't always retract it as much as you would think it would. You know, like, that's another thing also to keep in mind. So yeah, so just say, guys, I'm gonna bounce. I have a few stuff to do, and they were blowing me up. If tomorrow we're not busy, I'll be coming on and doing another live, which I'll be showing like another product and all. And I will be telling you guys about some stuff that we are now getting ready to launch this week. So again, guys, have yourself a beautiful day. I will be saving this, so if you just came on, you can go back through and watch it. All right, guys, bye.